Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Psychic Cowgirl podcast. It's been interesting in our world lately, has it not? I have to tell you, while recording this morning, I'm just making all sorts of slip-ups that are totally entertaining. We're going to explore some more grounded, practical intuition and how to have it as part of our everyday life. Here we like to have the practical meet the magical, and we give ourselves the gift of being here right now, listening, connecting, learning, laughing, hopefully marveling a little bit. I'm your host, Shannon Lackman, the Psychic Cowgirl, which is trademarked, which I love. I'm here to help you tune in. I'm here to help you create more awareness and mindfulness in your life so that you can reconnect to the wisdom and guidance that you do have access to at all times. This is your time and space to breathe, to settle, and to explore. So pull up a seat, take a nice grounding breath in, and let it out. And let's ride into the heart of what the energies of the universe are up to right now. Welcome to the magic. I have to say, it's finally not winter here anymore. Woohoo! Last weekend, we had blizzards. There was quite a bit of snow. I did not curl up and cry in the fetal position, but I seriously considered it. It was a challenge, but I had to be out and make sure that my livestock's all fed, watered, warm, dry, taken care of, all the things. And so I did. But I'm very happy that it's mostly melted. I still have a snow pile out there, which I may or may not glare at. But I will say this, right now it's sunny and I see green grass starting. Yay! Yay! Because that was hard. We've had a very, very, very long winter, it seems. A challenging calving season. But right now, there's hope. Hope that it's over. Hope that it's done. Until next year, we shall see. So today I want to talk a little bit about boundaries and feeling appreciated and energies kind of like that. So it was Volunteer Appreciation Week last week, and I was going to go to one of the presentations because I do volunteer in my community, but I had a cow calving, and so I did not. And then something interesting happened. So I volunteer at a place once a week, unless something happens that they're not available or I'm not available. And it's going on 3 years. And I was not appreciated. And one of the people pointed that out to the people in charge, and they assured them, "Oh yes, no, we have something for her. We have plans for that." And yet nothing. Now it brings up something interesting because I'm not doing it for everyone to know about. In fact, I barely advertise it. It's all word of mouth, and if you know, you know. And we have a good group that comes because part of our mission with it is to create more community, which I love doing. I'm good at it, and it's working. But then this brings up some interesting things because it really didn't bother me, mainly because I kind of expected it. there's been a change in some of the staff, and I just don't feel a connection to the one that's there. And to be blunt, I feel like she really doesn't like me and would rather I don't show up or wouldn't care if I did or didn't, which is interesting considering the position she's in and what her actual job is. But I'm like, whatever. I don't need you to like me or approve of me for me to go in and do what I do and create joy, community, and all the things. But it brings up some interesting energies because other people noticed and they weren't delighted and brought it up and were lied to about it. And then something else happened where that person should have been celebrated and they weren't. And that feels so petty to me and unnecessary. And I get to decide now how I want to handle it because now it is shifted from being, disrespectful to me, whatever. You do you, boo. We can coexist. But now you're being disrespectful to someone who doesn't deserve it, and it's probably affecting their mental health. And I have an issue with that. I really, really do. And so I am going to decide how I want to approach it because I want to approach it to get results. I'm not approaching it to create chaos or to make somebody feel bad. Although if they do, I'm good with that because they actually should. But it brings up like an interesting opportunity, we'll say, or situation where you need to have your own boundaries, but you're also helping someone else with their boundaries. And then there's that little part of me that really doesn't like petty, and this feels so petty. So it's interesting and it involves some people. And I always say actions have consequences. And every time you choose to do or not do something, there's going to be a consequence. Sometimes we love the consequence, sometimes we don't. But it's the law of nature. Every action has a consequence. And sometimes I wonder if people are self-aware or aware in a broad sense enough to know that or realize that. Because they can make things right or make an effort somehow, but when you deliberately choose not to, do you actually understand the message you're sending? Perhaps they do. And that's the point. But then it really does color or influence how you see them, what you think about them. And that's the consequence people don't always like. It's human nature not to want someone else to think poorly of you. Human nature and survival. And so it's kind of an interesting energy wise, all the things situation. And I'll keep you informed on how it plays out. But it does bring up, boundaries. So when you are dealing with something and you need to have boundaries or you want to understand boundaries, here's some things you can ask yourself. What do I actually need here? So for me in this particular situation, what do I actually need here? I really don't need anything. Would it be nice to have the respect and appreciation? Of course, but I don't need it. So then I factor that in like, am I going to make a fuss? Am I going to address it? Like, what do I need? Another question, what feels off or draining? I will say that often plays in more so than figuring out what I need, because I'm pretty self-sufficient and not needing validation. Sometimes I do though. But what feels off or draining? Yeah, because it's the situation is creating an energy that is off, and I think it's unnecessary. I do. What would feel supportive instead is another good question. So for me, what would feel supportive in this situation is if they acknowledged that they messed up for that other person and made it right. Do I need them to give me a volunteer appreciation gift? No, but a thank you would be okay. See, the thing is, though, I do have an awareness, that whole psychic thing. And this didn't surprise me. I was pretty sure it was how it was going to go. But the fact that other people noticed was more concerning to me, I guess. I don't want them to feel uncomfortable. And the fact is, one of them is my mom. And as a mom, you never want your daughter disrespected or unappreciated. So it's upsetting her, and that I don't like. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay. So when you're dealing with boundaries or situations, if you can get that clarity, what do you actually need? What feels off or draining? What would feel supportive instead? That's a good starting point to figure it out, right? And then you can say to yourself, when I feel unappreciated, what I need is respect, acknowledgement, an apology. An apology is what I think they should do also for the person that they were petty with. Yeah, I don't know if that'll happen. So I have some examples here. Um, so one thing that we do run into when you have plans with someone, see, this one doesn't fit me because I don't mind plans changing at all because I take it as an opportunity to go check my cows and self-care. But for those of us, and I used to be like this for sure, when plans change last minute or somebody cancels or reschedules and you've rearranged everything to do this at this time with this person, it can feel overwhelming. It can feel disrespectful. Um, what you can say to that is, I need more notice. But then again, see why it gets messy, you guys? Life does happen. And if you feel overwhelmed when plans change last minute, it's an opportunity to dig deep. Why do you feel overwhelmed? Is it because you rearranged everything and you committed time and space to do this? But we also have to understand that we are in a world now where this happens. It is unexpected a lot, and we have to honor ourselves. So when someone do like when some how do I want to how energetically does this feel right? When someone changes the plans last minute and we feel disrespected, we can acknowledge that, we can process that, and then we could change our perspective on it and say, I understand that life happens. Because if we look at it from a different perspective, I know there's been instances for ourselves in our own lives where we had to do that. And we wouldn't want, them to hold a grudge against us for it. So that's another piece on boundaries and feeling what you feel. Try to look at it from perhaps a broader perspective, or in your life when this opposite happened to you, how you felt, why, all the things so that you can approach things with a grounded awareness and compassion for yourself or the other person if need be. But if someone's being a petty little biatch, do what you need to do. That's also having a boundary of not putting up with disrespect, right? Um, Boundaries often come up when we are wanting to say no to things, but we feel an obligation. And so, what do you do when that happens to you? So, here's some examples that I came across. You can say, that doesn't work for me. I'm not available for that. I need to say no to this. My favorite is to say, let me check my schedule and I'll get back to you. So that it gives me that time and space to figure out if I can or can't, or even if I want to, right? And if saying no to something is met with pushback, I do like what this says. I understand, but this is still what I need right now. I hear you, and my answer is still no. I'm not changing my decision. Having boundaries is challenging, isn't it? My favorite again, that let me check my schedule because you're taking a pause before responding because you need to think things through or feel what you feel, right? And you don't need permission to have a boundary. And being uncomfortable doesn't mean you're wrong, but it is uncomfortable to say no or hold somebody accountable for something that they're doing. It just is. So this is really good, though, to remember. Boundaries aren't about controlling others. They're about being clear with yourself and consistent in your actions. And here's something you can do if you have to enforce a boundary or just hold a boundary or you're contemplating a boundary. Take one nice slow breath, drop your shoulders, say internally, I'm allowed to take up space. That one is powerful. We often need to remind ourselves, I'm allowed to take up space. I'm allowed to be here. I'm valuable. I matter. I am enough. All those things that we tend to be hard on ourselves for or minimize. And then that's when it's harder to enforce some boundaries, right? But the truth is, clear boundaries don't necessarily push people away. They might push people away that are not good for you or aligned with you, and that is okay. Because they do show people how to treat you, and the right people will adjust, and it's okay. And when you hold a boundary or say no, you are also teaching other people that it's okay to do that. You would tell a friend to do it, but we have a harder time doing that for ourselves, right? It's interesting. It's just interesting how we are so conditioned, I guess, to say yes or to not speak out when we see an injustice or we are being treated poorly or we see someone else being treated poorly. Although it is easier to speak out when you see someone else treated poorly. My example that I'm using, me being disrespected and unappreciated, I was like, whatever. It's not breaking my heart. It's not draining my energy. But when they did it to somebody else that really didn't deserve it, then I get more fired up. Yet I also don't deserve it. See what we do? It's interesting. And it's all about learning about ourselves and becoming more self-aware and treating ourselves with the same kindness that we treat other people. Year of the Fire Horse. We also have to be very adaptable this year of the Fire Horse. Haven't you found that? It is interesting, we're going to say, even though sometimes it's just a flat out challenge. But we can do this. I'm going to add something else in here. So I am taking it as a real positive thing that I'm not upset about being unappreciated. What that tells me is that I've done my work and that I don't need it. And I'm not in an energetic state where it's going to change what I do. Mostly. There is a good possibility that I will volunteer less. And I do quite a bit of volunteering there. And I can just not do that. I don't have to make it a big fuss. I don't have to make it a big deal. I'm just going to quietly do what I want to do and release any obligations. That's what soul growth looks like, where you make peace with what is actually happening and find practical ways to deal with it or realize that you don't need to. We can. We get to choose how we react. Feel what you feel, know what you know, see what you see, hear what you hear. And if someone doesn't like you, it's okay. You can be professional and courteous, especially in the work environments, right? Or volunteering environments, committees, all of it. It doesn't matter if they don't like you. You can be professional and courteous and accomplish what you want to accomplish. If it starts to get extra petty and you feel unsafe, that's a different scenario. Then you're going to have to adjust. And we don't need to confront everything, but I will say we do need to confront some things. And I'm still on the fence on what I'm going to do about this one. We'll see. Because the other beauty of it is the universe will provide me with the opportunity if I need to confront it or do something about it, or the universe won't, and I'll recognize and acknowledge that. We got this. We get our guidance. We just have to pay attention. We have to be mindful, my friends. Be mindful. I have to say, I'm doing a deep dive into tapping because I'm doing a workshop, and I'm just reminded every time how much I love it. The tapping and the laughing, mostly those were for me, and now I'm doing them for other people, but it is such a fabulous way to shift your energy that is not painful and works. Love, love, love it. The meditation we are doing today is a chakra cleanse and balance. It's the end of the month, starting a new month. Let's be all clean and clear. Make sure that we're in alignment. So we'll go ahead and do that now. As you become aware of your breathing, just notice it for a few moments. Taking these moments to appreciate your breath, your connection to life itself. Being and breathing, breathing and being. Now, I invite you to take 3 slow, deep breaths. With each one, allow yourself to release, to soften, to let go. These are the breaths that signal it's time to go within. As your normal, natural breathing begins to flow, imagine a gentle, warm prairie breeze, soft, nurturing, and steady, wafting around your body. It circles your neck, it circles your head, and it also circles your shoulders, soothing you with every breath. With each wave of this breeze, your body releases tension, your mind releases thought, and your spirit begins to settle into peaceful awareness. The breeze continues to move gently around you, down your back, through your chest, a warm, nurturing comfort that supports and calms you, down through your arms, into your hands and fingers, just letting go now. With each breath, you may begin to wonder, are you breathing the breeze, or is the breeze breathing you? Each breath deepens your calm. The breeze moves around your solar plexus and lower back, circling your abdomen, soothing, softening, releasing. Down through your thighs, your knees, calves, and feet. And with every breath, you become completely, deeply relaxed. Now at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Deeply, deeply relaxed. Deeply relaxed. Now I invite you to bring your awareness to your connection with the earth beneath you. Feel her steady, wise presence supporting you. The land, the soil, the rock, the root. Allow her strength to stabilize and ground you. And now, lift your awareness upward to the vast energy of the universe. Allow yourself to open and receive a pure, radiant stream of light flowing down from above. Like a cone of golden white light, soft yet powerful. The stream flows through the crown of your head, down through your body, through every cell, cleansing and clearing, washing away what no longer serves you. It moves like warm sunlight through water, releasing all the old, the heavy, the stuck, cleansing, clearing, letting go. Feel your energy becoming lighter, clearer, freer, a calm openness filling you. Now I invite you to bring your attention to the base of your spine. See or sense a glowing ball of red light, your root chakra. This chakra anchors you to your physical life. your security, health, vitality, and a sense of belonging. Feel the energy of the earth rising up, joining with the light from above, meeting in this center to balance and strengthen you. Let this red energy grow steady and strong. It feels like courage. It feels like home. Whisper softly to yourself, I am safe. I am supported. I belong. Nice. You are safe. You are supported. And you do belong. Let's move up to our sacral chakra, which represents flow and creativity. As you shift your focus to your lower abdomen, the space of this sacral chakra, a warm orange glow begins to shine here, vibrant and fluid. This is the center of emotion, sensuality, and creative flow. Feel the energy swirling like gentle waves, cleansing, clearing, and igniting your spontaneity. You may sense warmth, movement, or a spark of inspiration. Whisper softly, I flow with life. I create with joy. I honor my emotions. We're going to let this energy do its magic for a few seconds. Excellent. You do flow with life. You are able to create with joy, and you are able to honor your emotions. You got this. Bring your awareness now to your solar plexus, the space between your ribs. Here glows your third chakra, radiant yellow like the sun at midday. This is your power center, your confidence, motivation, and will to create. Feel this light grow bright and steady. It's your personal sunshine, reminding you that your energy directs your world. Whisper softly, I stand in my power. I am confident. I trust myself. We're going to let that energy soak in. Nice. Now move your focus to your heart center. A glowing green light expanding with warmth and tenderness. This is your heart chakra, the bridge between earth and sky. It connects your physical and spiritual selves. As this green light expands, feel it blending with soft pink tones, the colors of love, joy, and compassion. Whisper softly, I am open to love. I give and receive with ease. I am love in motion. Soak in that energy. I invite you to let your heart energy ripple outward, touching the energy fields of those you love and the wider world with kindness. Feel what you feel, know what you know, hear what you hear, see what you see. I invite you now to bring your awareness to your throat. See or sense a soft blue light swirling here. Your throat chakra. This is your voice, your truth, your sacred expression. Let the blue light clear away any blocks to being fully heard. Imagine your words flowing like clear water, honest, compassionate, and free. Whisper softly, I speak my truth with love and clarity. I'm going to give you some time to soak that in. I invite you now to shift your focus to the center of your forehead. Between your brows, your third eye chakra, shimmering with deep indigo and violet light. This is your center of inner knowing, your intuitive vision. Feel this energy open gently, like the wide prairie sky at twilight. Whisper softly, I trust my intuition. I see with clarity. I know what I know. Feel what you feel. See what you see. Hear what you hear. Know what you know. You are tuning into your psychic cowgirl wisdom, that grounded intuition that knows the truth beneath the surface. You got this. Now, bring your attention and awareness to the top of your head, your crown chakra, radiant white light connecting you to source, to infinite wisdom. This is your communion with the universe, your awareness of divine guidance and purpose. Feel the light streaming in, blending with the colors of all your chakras, creating a rainbow bridge of connection from earth to sky. Whisper softly, I'm connected to all that is. I am one with the wisdom of creation. I'm going to let you soak in this energy. Nice. Now, I invite you to bring your hands to your heart. Feel all of your chakras aligned and glowing in harmony, root to crown, grounded and luminous. You are balanced. You are radiant. You are ready to carry this calm power into your day and your life. You are ready and more than capable of carrying this calm power into your day and into your life. I invite you to whisper softly, I am attuned. I am aligned. I walk my path with clarity and confidence. Now visualize or imagine standing at the top of a staircase, each step representing a return to waking awareness. You feel strong, clear, and supported by earth and sky. There's 10 steps, and we're going to go down to deepen all this energy of your chakra cleansing, clearing, and alignment. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Feeling attuned and aligned. 4, 3, feeling clarity and confidence in abundance. 2, 1, 0. Take a nice big breath in and let it go. I'm going to now count you up from 0 to 5, and you'll be able to come back to the room feeling refreshed, feeling attuned and aligned. 0, 1, feeling your body again. 2, bringing energy into your hands and feet. Perhaps you're wiggling. 3, take a nice breath in and release. 4, stretching and wiggling. 5, eyes open, wide awake, feeling calm, refreshed, and connected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake, feeling calm, refreshed, and connected. Welcome back. You are grounded in magic and steady in purpose. You brought a little of the psychic cowgirl magic into your everyday world. Practical, powerful, and perfectly you. Nice. Do you feel all realigned? Meditations are also the best. Absolutely. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap this up and go about my chores and things. Check all my cows. I'm down to my last few, so it feels so good because they don't need the constant checks. They got this. All of them have done it before. I'm not worried. So then it gets to be like a little bonus when I go out. Ooh, new baby. Yay. Don't forget to take those moments of joy when they present themselves for you. Thank you for riding along on today's journey. If this episode sparked clarity, awareness, comfort, or perhaps a little magic, I'd love for you to share it with someone who would enjoy it. Remember, follow those nudges, know what you know, pay attention to the synchronicities, signs, awareness. That's how we become more intuitive. And every time you intentionally pause, breathe, ground your energy, and tune in, you'll strengthen your intuition connection. Like the example I used today about whether I'm going to have a conversation or not, I will be tuning in a lot to see where I should go with that or if I shouldn't do anything, and I will know what to do. It is fabulous having constant guidance and support. So today being Thursday, it is the energy clearing day. And we are working on anxiety, I do believe. I had to ponder that, think about that for a second. Anxiety and worry that's not beneficial. So we are going to shift, lift, and release that. Because we all know what that's like, don't we? Until next time, friends, stay grounded, stay strong, and keep trusting the wisdom inside you. Your trail ahead is guided. You're never riding it alone. And don't forget, feel what you feel, see what you see, hear what you hear, know what you know. You got this. Hugs and lots of blessings.